In space, no one can hear you scream. Today we're taking a look at Hiya Toys' Exquisite Mini Alien Big Chap. Welcome back. Now before we take a look at the Big Chap and his packaging, a question for you down in the comments. Do you prefer Alien or Aliens? The eternal question. For me, they're both fantastic films, but I'm more of a horror guy, so I prefer the original Alien. But let me know what you think down in the comments. So looking at the packaging, we have the usual Hiya Toys box. They have changed it up a little bit, and now we have the pictures of the alien on the sides. The back, we just have the normal contact information for Hiya. Another good picture of the Big Chap there. So let's get him out of his packaging and see how he looks. So with the Big Chap out of his packaging, we'll start by measuring him up. As you can see, the Big Chap stands 4 3/4 inches, or about 12.5 centimeters tall. We'll move him out of the side just for a second and take a quick look at his accessories. We get the usual Hiya Toys base here with a peg for the figure. You do get these 2H brackets, which you can just attach to the bottom here to connect it to another Hiya Toys base, like that. He also brings an additional pair of hands with more curved grabbing fingers. As you can see, the nails there are well painted in the silver. And that's all he brings. Bringing the Big Chap back in, we'll take a look at him. And this is my favorite design of Alien, and the reason for that is because of the dome. The dome on the Big Chap is slightly translucent, allowing you to see the skull underneath. And Hiya Toys has done a really excellent job of doing this. Some companies tend to make this dome far too clear, so the skull is clearly visible. You can see the eyes in that in the front, which isn't accurate to the film. Even the sideshow bust that I reviewed had it a little bit too clear, but I do like the way that looks overall. Here, Hiya has gone for a more movie accurate look. You can't really see the face in there, but as you move up along, you can see some of the skull detail coming through. Really amazing work here. Such a small figure to have that. Very well painted, not overdone, very, very subtle. Excellent work from Hiya Toys. The teeth are done in a silver to replicate the chrome. The mouth does open, and we do have the inner jaw done in kind of a white or a beige with the silver teeth. Very thick tongue compared to some of the other aliens. Good length on it. As you move down, you can see the body very slender, not as high shoulder pads as we saw in the Aliens Warrior figure. Nice kind of brown base paint color to it with almost a greenish highlights to it. Really nice. See the feet. Looking at the back, you do have the 5 tubes here, with the 5th tube being kind of a tentacle-like design with the fin. These are not articulated like some of the other aliens. We got almost a zipper-like design on the back, going down to the tail. A little bit more subtle than some of the other aliens. There's no fin or anything on it, but you do have the very large spike. And the feet do have peg holes on them at the back. So overall, I think Hiya has done an absolutely incredible job on this alien. I think it's their best alien to date. They've really captured the look of the film, the subtle intricacies of the costume and that, without going too overboard and showing us the skull too clearly or going too crazy on the paint. Very subtle, very, very well done. So taking a look at articulation for the figure, the head is on a ball joint, and you have good downwards movement, upwards movement. Side to side is really good for what it is. You can rotate. The arms go out about like that. You might be able to force it to go a little bit higher, but given that this is a small figure and made of plastic, you don't want to force them too much because the joints could be a little bit delicate. Just be careful when moving them. One thing I do like is how tight to the body you can get the arms. They're not stuck out or anything. Really nice. The elbow is a single bend, about that high. The hand is on a ball bag. As far as ab crunch goes, you can go back very, very far and crouch forward well. You can rotate at the waist decent amount. The legs are on ball pegs and kind of rotate. You can kick them out all the way. They do feel a little bit loose, but I haven't had any problems making him stand. And you can use the tail, of course, to help support him. You get a double bend knee. The ankle is on a hinge with just a little bit of movement to it, not much at all. The feet do go up just a little bit, and you can point them down if you want them in more of a crouching pose. And the tail is a bendy wire. The wire ends right about there, so just before the spike at the end. So a good range of articulation for him. You should be able to get him in crouching poses if you wish, but for the most part, this guy was stood pretty well upright, walking around, since it was a person in a suit, a big chap, hence the name of the alien in the suit. So you should be able to achieve most poses from the film. So of the standard xenomorphs, this was the one I was most looking forward to, and I think Hiya Toys absolutely knocked it out of the park. They've gone for a more subtle approach, a more film-accurate looking alien compared to some other companies, and I think is the highlight of their alien collection so far. If you're interested in more Alien and Predator reviews, I have reviewed many other Hiya Toys figures, and I also have many more coming, so if you're so inclined, feel free to subscribe so you don't miss those. But as for me, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again later. Bye.